We set sail at sunrise. Day 15. We're halfway through this journey and we're making our way to the open sea. I think I got coffee in my mustache. It's a constant when you have facial hair. You're always getting something in it. Okay, it's not what you came here for. Day 15 is a joyful track, very straightforward, very typical album type track for instrument. I mean, I guess without it's not really, but it is. But because okay, whatever. So it's ocarina. It's very chipper, very bright. Typical instruments we've been seeing in this. Not a whole lot to preface, other than just imagine you are, like I said yesterday, we talked about how you're a stowaway on this vessel that you paid under the table to get aboard to get across this sea to try to continue your journey. Well, this is literally like, oh my gosh, we're about to do this, and this is like another one of those song of my spirit kind of things where it's like we're setting sail. This is really happening. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let you guys listen to it, and I'm gonna shut up, and we're gonna get right to it. Another fun upbeat track and another drum heavy track. I've really been enjoying working in actual drum kit. A lot of our tracks, most of our tracks, started with the cajon drum. Now I'm working in a lot more full percussionary. I guess most of more full set, more percussion in general. Especially with tomorrow's track. Just a little bit of FYI there. But I've been enjoying working that in just because I enjoy playing drums. The only thing about that is drums are my hardest thing to mix. And so I spend literally each one of these tracks, I'm spending, the bulk of my time, or at least half of my time, probably mixing out drums and trying to get them right. And I have some presets that I've kind of gathered these last few that I'm trying to work in to try to make this process easier. But drums are just really difficult because there's so many pieces. It's not one instrument. It's, one, two, three, four, five. I mean, you have the snare, top and bottom. And I know mine's digital still, but it's like, so that saves a lot of time because I'm playing it on an electric kit. Once again, show y'all over there in the corner. Moving my jug. That electric kit chilling in the corner. Can y'all see it? Yeah. So, I mean, it saves time doing it that way. I can go back and modify notes and stuff like that a little easier, but you still have to mix in, compression, EQ, limiting, reverb, all that for the snare, balance between top and bottom, all three floor tom or the all three toms, the room mics, the kick, and the hi hat, and I think there's one other. Oh, the overhead mics that pick up the cymbals. So I have all of that mixed into this. So mixing drums is just a process. I love the way it turns out. It always turns out, and it always well, it doesn't always turn out, but I've gotten a lot better at it, especially over this project. Even just spending time doing it. But it's definitely a challenge. Next to vocals, it's probably the hardest thing to learn to mix, in my opinion, just because of all the different frequencies and everything. But I really liked this track. Very fun, very, like I said, ocarina being symbolic of kind of the heart, the joy of like all of that, the spirit, the excitement of continuing this journey and realizing, hey, I'm actually doing this because I want to now, not because I'm being forced to. I may have woke up in this dark place, but I realize now that like I'm actually excited about this journey. So that's pretty much all of track 15. And track 16 coming up tomorrow is actually my favorite track to date. Track 6 has been my favorite track to date. And tomorrow is my favorite. It's another gapless track. Track 16 and 17 flow together. I know this because I am catching up on all these YouTube videos. I'm 5 behind, so I've been scheduling them out, and I've been working my butt off with the music that I haven't actually taken the time to record these. So I'm literally batching through like 5 of these videos at 8 a.m. with my coffee, my happiness Loch Ness Monster mug, which is fitting for an ocean part of an album. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so track 16 is orchestral. It's very symphonic and it uses a ton of different elements. I'm bringing in oboe, and there's more melodica in this next one. It's just going to be a really fun track. There's some clarinet, violin, like just very symphonic. And so I'm really excited about that. So make sure to come back tomorrow and check that out. And if you haven't done so far, I would love it if you would go down to the comment section and let me know what you think, and maybe click that subscribe link there and join me on this journey. And be sure to find me on other social if you haven't thus far. I will see you all tomorrow on day 16.